Hello, my brothers and sisters on YouTube and Facebook. This is Ted Jones, your street vendor, and I'm here with another video on the topic of this video is about it's called Young Sisters. Please don't do it. Be mindful of who you have conceiving a child with. That's the topic of it. And can you please like and subscribe and share my channel, and please leave a comment. Your comments can be help to others that's going through the same thing, help or advice. And and therapeutic is also going to be therapeutic to me. Well, actually, this is also a video on narcissism. So and also you can donate. You can donate to my YouTube channel and to my Cash App. My Cash App hashtag is $MAW1234Y, and the hashtag will be either in the description or in the comment area below. Okay, let's get started. Well, young sisters, girls, please don't do it. Just don't hook up with any random person that you don't know anything about. If you do use protection, use a condom. Just don't get pregnant by mistake because everyone else is doing it. It's the cool thing to do. Use protection. Don't get pregnant just by any random guy by mistake, because you don't know if that guy is a narcissist. First of all, you don't know if that guy's a narcissist. You don't know how he's going to treat you. There are a lot of narcissists out here that are getting women pregnant on purpose because they want to lock her down for supply. Especially if they think she's a good source of supply. Especially if you appear to him as a person with no boundaries, low self-esteem, and just a person of low value. Just don't get pregnant by any random person. I mean, don't allow these guys that make you just a baby mama. It is hard being a single mother. I've been there. It is difficult being a single mother. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to the child either. And I also want to leave a disclaimer. You know, this is just not to call nobody out or anything. This is just, I'm just teaching ones about narcissistic abuse based on my experience. So I wish they had all this social media stuff when I was much younger, and just don't most likely if you get pregnant by somebody randomly, he might be a narcissist. He will abandon you. He will not give you any support. He will not support you through the pregnancy. Just trust me. I've been there. My son's father is narcissistic. I didn't know it at the time. I didn't know anything about narcissism at the time. And all I know is when he got me pregnant, he just totally abandoned me and he discarded me and abandoned me. And never support me through the pregnancy. Just totally ignored me, and he made my whole entire pregnancy very, very depressing, very difficult, very depressing, and very sad. This man was, he was very, very distant, just abusive, very, very distant, disengaged, very cold, and and at that time, so I would call him while I'm pregnant, and during the times I was pregnant, give me a minute. Thank you, appreciate it. I just received a donation to somebody. I'm vending, selling drinks. The times I would call him, he act like he didn't want me calling him, like I was harassing him or getting on his nerves. I mean, just the time where I did get to meet up with him at his house during my late pregnancies, he was very disengaged, stayed on the phone the whole time. During my early stage of pregnancies, he discarded me. Moved on, very quickly started dating other people. During the time I was pregnant, he was seeing another girl, and she had knew he had another girl pregnant because he told her. He said he told her. I don't know why she didn't flag. He got another woman pregnant, and he's saying another woman, and she didn't wonder why it didn't work out with the woman he got a child on the way with. I know lot of these women out here have, have low boundaries, insecure issues. They guess they just don't care. But I was a couple of months pregnant. He was already calling a woman, another girl up, right in front of me during the time I was over at his house. And I said something to him about it. He said, "Oh, we don't go together." I should have said, "Well, why the hell you get me pregnant? Why am I pregnant?" But see, I was, very young and naive, and came from narcissistic parents. I didn't know they would. I didn't know anything about narcissism back then. But he just made it painfully clear, we don't go together. You're just my baby mother. That's what he said. And during the time you're pregnant, you're highly emotional. You're trauma bond. You created soul ties. I mean, it was just. I just during my pregnancy, I fell into a deep depression. And he just didn't give a crap. He just did not care. That's how narcissist is. I mean, they would get you pregnant on purpose, not because they love you and want to have a family with you and want to marry you. They want to lock down supply, lock you down. You'll be their supply. That way, it's difficult for you to move on to anybody else. That child will become a pawn piece or leverage. He will leverage that child to control, abuse, manipulate, take advantage of you, and use that child as a pawn piece to do these things. A lot of them have a child so they could have kids, so they for recognition. They always have your kid. People in town always see him with your kids, so they think he's a good guy. When on the flip side, he's not. It's all smoke and mirrors. They think he's a good guy and a good father when he's really not. It is all smoke. It is all smoke and mirrors. When I was co-parenting with my son, when I was co-parenting with my son's father. That's, if you can call it co-parenting, more like counter-parenting. It was a nightmare. It was a total nightmare. He was no. I remember right after I had my son, he gave me a baby shower. Well, you might as well say the baby shower was really for him because he kept everything. Kept everything at the baby shower and told me to buy your own. When I ask them for the things, it's buy your own. Everything, things I really needed, like the bottles, sterilizer. One of his friends bought him a real nice stroller. Was kind of expensive. Well, I never seen that stroller. I had to end up getting him a cheap one. I think from Family Dollar. Real cheap one. It's well, sorry about that if I went kind of silent. My mind was somewhere else. So sometimes I had problems focusing. Well, I said I had to end up getting him a cheap one, and he would buy things and keep at his house and tell me buy your own. When I would ask him for, like, he would buy clothes and the toys, shoes for him, and keep at his house. And when I would ask him for it was buy your own. He didn't care if I didn't have any of these things at the house for me. He didn't care. And he just did it. They do spiteful things like that just to get an emotional reaction out of you. That gives them narcissist supply. It is a constant cycle of abuse, the love bombing, devouring, and discard. Constant cycle. That's what I went through. And if he's taking you through that, he's going to take your child through this. He's going to take your child through the same cycle. Your child is going to go through the same cycle. That can cause narcissistic abuse can break down. It breaks down the mental and psyche. That can cause you. That can have a mental and emotional effect on your child. My son was showing traits of narcissism, but back then I really didn't know what it was. But I just didn't understand what was going on with him. But not only they will abuse you, they will abuse your child. Either physically or emotionally. And when they punish, they go. Your child, it's like they go overboard with it. They will punish them and not, your child by not giving them anything to eat, not giving them dinner. That's what he did to my son. The punishment would be overshadowed with physical abuse. I mean, you got to remember these people, they're wired to be abusive. They have no empathy, no compassion. I remember my son was acting up. And he jacked him up and picked him up in the air and threw him on the floor. That I think he was like around 13, 14 years old. When my son was 1 year old,